In many ways, Bruce Jordan is like most freshmen at Brother Martin High School. He gets up every morning, goes to school, works hard in the classroom, and he loves sports. Just last Friday, he played a big role in the Crusader freshman basketball team's victory over arch-rival Jesuit. And Jordan really stood out on the football field, where last year as a freshman running back and linebacker, he excelled immediately on the varsity squad.
We all know the name Leonard Fournette, signing to LSU this year, and everybody's excited about him. Well, people ask me about Bruce Jordan, and I tell them, I said he said every bit of potential as he did at this age.
You could say life for Bruce right now is as good as it's ever been.
It's a blessing. I really wanted this.
If it appears Bruce has a greater sense of appreciation than most high school freshmen, maybe it's because life hasn't always been this enjoyable for him. Bruce spent parts of his childhood between the Lafitte Projects and Central City, where poverty and violence were a part of his everyday existence.
It was bad. It was mostly bad. I saw a lot of violence all around.
And Bruce's journey from the inner city to here at Brother Martin High School is certainly a unique one, and one that began with a chance meeting between him and Pat Swilling. Yes, the same Pat Swilling that starred for the Saints and was a member of the infamous Dome Patrol from the late 80s to early 90s.
I got an AAU basketball team that we've had for 5 years now. And we met Bruce through a friend of mine who brought Bruce and another kid to practice. And Bruce showed up in Timberlanes and some cutoff shorts, and we let him play a little bit, and he jumped up and almost touched the rim, and I think he was about 12 or 13, and that kind of caught my eye.
Pat's wife, Robin, played a role as well, keeping up with each player's school grades. That's where the Swillings sensed something was wrong.
He called me one morning. I had just finished working out, and I saw he called. It was about 9:30, and that was weird because you should be in school at 9:30, so immediately I thought something was wrong. So I said, yeah, Bruce, I said, what's going on? He said, can you come and get me in school? So I questioned, I said, I thought your mom had you registered. And he said, no, I thought so, but she didn't.
Not only was he not enrolled, he had trouble getting his grades from the previous school year. So Robin stepped in to help. But in order to do that, the Swillings needed to become Bruce's legal guardians. Bruce's biological mother agreed to give them guardianship. And that's where Bruce's educational journey began. First at Miller McCoy Academy to eventually Brother Martin.
Our main goal was to get him at Brother Martin. And in order to get to Brother Martin, there's certain paths that you have to take, and you have to be qualified to get there.
Throughout that process, it became more difficult to assist Bruce in two separate homes. So the Swillings, as a family, decided to move him into theirs.
Bruce is not a problem child, was never a problem child. Bruce came to us with everything that he needed to succeed. He just needed somebody to guide him.
The Swillings had no reservations at all about bringing a kid from the rough inner city streets into their home.
I've been asked that, well, can you trust him? Can you trust him? Can you do this? Yes, I trust him. But he's one of my kids. And they've been around us for years now. But he just happened to live with us now, and he's happened to be family now.
The three Swilling children, Patrick, Star, and Trey, welcomed Bruce with open arms.
My dad and my mom came to ask me, how'd you feel if Bruce moved in with us? I was like, yes, please.
From day one, Patrick accepted him, Star treats him like brother, and Trey obviously lives with him every day, and they're like brothers.
And like brothers, when one hurts, so does the other one. It's exactly what happened just weeks ago when Bruce's biological mother passed away.
We were very close. And when I got the phone call, I just broke down in tears.
I'm so grateful that God did put him in our lives when he did, because he was able to accept his mother's death. It's hard. I still have my mom. Pat still has his mom. But at least he had us to fall back on.
Their next obstacle could come in the near future. Because Bruce had to repeat the 8th grade, he's been ruled athletically ineligible for his senior year. Swillings insist that happened because Bruce missed 2 months of school while hospitalized for health reasons and not to gain any athletic advantage.
They're telling us to come back his junior year and resubmit for it, and because they didn't know the total process and everything that had happened to Bruce, especially the 60 or 70 days he missed from school. We feel good about it. But we wanted them to understand the whole ramifications of why we held him back.
As for the present, Bruce is flourishing as a Crusader. The kid who just a few years ago was reading at a third grade level just finished last semester with a 3.1 GPA, and he's dominating on the court and the field. As for the Swillings, they'll officially adopt Bruce at the end of the school year and continue to be a stabilizing force in his life.
Basically what we're doing right now, we're going to have to go through the adoption process and finish that. And he wants to, I guess his last name's going to be full now. He wants to be Bruce Jordan Swilling. So yes. That's our next move.
This was just meant to be.
We set it up.
This was meant to be.
He fit.
I mean,
he fit.
The way that things came to play, being brought to us in the gym, from that day, us bringing him home, and our family just started then.
I actually always think about that. Like I was wondering, where would I always end up? I ended up here.
Bruce also has a biological sister that he keeps in regular contact with. As for his grades, Pat and Robin say they expect Bruce to remain on the honor roll. As for next football season, Bruce will be a big part of what the Crusaders do. Coach Bonise tells me he could see action at running back, linebacker, and defensive end. When his prep career is done, Bruce says he hopes to play football in college, maybe even with his brother Trey. Back to you.